So today we are talking about Nvidia Now and if it would be worth it to get it if it is out of the beta. So what it does, it is streaming games from the cloud to your computer, laptop or Mac. So basically you have a gaming PC in a server from Nvidia and it streams via internet to your computer. So there isn't much CPU or GPU utilization at all. This is available for PC and Mac. So it probably is one of the first times you can properly game on a not so expensive Mac, which is a great thing. I have PUBG running in the background and it is on 60 FPS, ultra settings. It had a few dips to 30 FPS, but that was probably because I changed the resolution to 1440p. Well, it said it supported up to 1080p. The quality settings and the frame rate will depend on your internet bandwidth. If your hardware in your computer is powerful enough to encode the signal, basically. If the game is on full resolution, like 1080p and 60 FPS, it depends on your internet bandwidth. If you are running on a not so great connection, you will have a harder time gaming, there will be a lot more latency, and also the quality will probably drop down. I've gotten this a few times when I was trying out 1440p. And it dropped down to 30 FPS and the resolution dropped. So I turned back to 1080p and the quality was even better than 1440p. So it's kind of playing around and see what happens. If I was gaming on 1080p and connected to a LAN cable, I had no noticeable latency, so I could play CSGO and those games without much latency at all. So currently there is a free beta and you can sign up in the link in the description below. And after the beta is done, it will cost a monthly fee. I don't know exactly what it will be, but it will be higher than $10 a month I think. Because the Nvidia Now service on the Nvidia Shield is about $10 a month. And for full-blown PC games I think it will be higher. And I'm guessing around $16 a month, but I can't really give an answer to it. For the supported games, many games are supported, especially the well-known ones like CSGO, PUBG, Just Cause, The Witcher 3 and all those. And the smaller games aren't supported yet and they probably will come in a future update. They are most of the time updating their game database, and the great thing is if you want to install a game and it is supported, it will install instantly. So if you log on Steam in the Nvidia cloud and you click download on PUBG for example, it will be there in a few seconds, which is great. And also you have infinite storage, so you can load all the games you want. At this moment you can install games from Steam, Battle.net and Uplay, and maybe they are going to include some more things like if you bought GTA 5 off the actual website and not on Steam, or if you bought Black Desert Online, which is supported, but I got it off the website and not on Steam, so I can't play it on Nvidia Now. I really hope they change it and add some features to it. Of course, if you are in-game you can change all the graphical settings in the game, but I recommend sticking to the highest preset because, well, it doesn't really use your computer resources and it probably always stays at 60 FPS. In the Nvidia Now settings there's only a tick for the ultra streaming, and this means you will game at 120 FPS. You do need a bit more internet bandwidth for this, and also you need a bit better hardware to run it. If you have it, I would say try it out and see if it works. It really depends on your computer, and I'm probably going to test later on if a budget laptop or something could actually run it properly. If you want to play some games you actually have to own them, so if you want to play PUBG you have to pay it and get it on Steam or Uplay or Battle.net or whatever game you want. Of course there are free to play games like Team Fortress 2 and Dota 2, and you can play those also in the cloud, but you don't get free games. Like if you want for example PUBG or GTA 5 you have to buy them yourself. Nvidia is also open for feedback and feature requests. In the Nvidia Now application you can now add feedback and give it to them, and I hope they will improve on things users recommend. And there are constantly new updates with new features, like the ultra streaming with 120 FPS gaming was added, which is great, and also more and more games are added. A few things I would like to see is, well, if you install a game which isn't supported, that it will automatically support it. If you want to play a game which you don't have on Steam, like for me I have GTA 5 from the Rockstar website and not Steam, so I can't really play it. And I would like to see a search bar to search the games which are available, which isn't currently in the Nvidia Now app, so I would really like to see it. So as you have seen in the background, it has been PUBG at 1080p max settings on 60 FPS. This is pretty great, and I once had a bandwidth issue with 1440p and it dropped down the resolution a lot, so I had to put it down to 1080p and it actually looked a lot better. Also, there are little to no lag spikes, which is great, but if it really gets popular and open to the public, I think the lag spikes could get a bit higher, but that depends on how many people will use it and how good these servers are. And soon I will be testing Nvidia Now on a low spec laptop and a bad internet connection. So if you want to see that, be sure to subscribe, put on the bell to get notified, like the video if you liked it, comment what you thought of it, and I will see you in the next video.